This video is going to be exciting because I'm going to review Doom Coalition because it came out, well, not long ago, so, yeah. Hello everyone, and today I'm going to review Doom Coalition because, because it came out recently and I listened to it and stuff. So yeah, okay, so let's start this video. The first story called The 11. Let's start off by reviewing that. Basically, The 11, he's like this guy, he's this Time Lord guy, and every time he regenerates, he keeps his previous incarnations inside him, so he can like talk with his previous incarnations. That's a brilliant idea. I really like the idea. It's a great idea. I think the 11, the plot of the story is quite good, even though it is just a story. It's just made so the 11 can sort of escape and it can start to Doom Coalition and stuff. But it's an interesting story. I enjoy it. I have a couple of negatives. My negatives are mostly stuff like I think some lines of dialogue could have been changed. Some scenes could have been removed, but I don't have any like proper negatives. I enjoyed it, really enjoyed it actually, really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because it was quite a good story actually. Yeah. And then the next story, The Red Lady. Basically, the Doctor lands in the 60s with Livchenko, and then they meet the new companion, Helen, and I don't like her character because she is just a bit of, she's too similar to Liv. She's just Liv from the 60s, to be honest. She sounds like Liv, she looks like Liv, like, she looks quite a lot like Liv, actually, and she sounds quite a lot like Liv, too. So, yeah. But she is a good companion, I guess. But basically, The Red Lady is about this painting that can kill you if you look at it. It's not like a Weeping Angel. No, it's not like that. It's the first person to find it on one picture or statue or something will basically be cursed by this Red Lady. The first person to find the Red Lady. So there was this guy who blinded himself to save himself because it will only kill you if you can see it. So yeah, and then he died because he killed himself because his family died and stuff. But that's a really interesting plot, and the story is so good. One of the best stories ever. To be honest, I don't really have any negatives about it. Yeah, okay, I have one. Liv is a bit too similar to Helen is a bit too similar to Liv. Yeah, they are a bit too similar. That's my only negative, really. So I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 because it's such a good story. Really enjoyable. Really, really enjoyable. It's just such an interesting story. You can just listen to the story and it's so interesting. There's such a lot of great scenes in this and it's quite creepy. There's so many creepy, brilliant scenes in this. It's brilliant. Those of these scenes are just so good and interesting. You can just feel the emotion of the characters. It's just so good. And the ending is amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, the next one, the Galileo Trap. I'm not a big fan of this one because it's a bit boring. It's one of these, it's like the bad story of the box set. Because there's always the story you don't hate, but you don't find it amazing. There's always this sort of average story in a box set, in my opinion. There's always this one story that you're not a big fan of. And the Galileo Trap is that one. Basically, I'm not going to spoil it because it would be a stupid idea, but Galileo is in it, and he's blind. And that's like all I'm going to say because, I would spoil it if I said more, basically. Yeah. So, I have a lot of negatives. The negatives I have is that it's way too boring. It's like, not, I don't find it boring. It entertained me, but it was a bit boring. I was entertained, but it was a boring story. You know, it wasn't. They didn't really. You know, it was one of these stories you have listened to it, and okay, an hour just passed by. That's nice. I enjoyed it, sort of. That's like, it's one of those stories. So yeah, but it is entertaining. I'm gonna rate it a 6.5 because it was entertaining. Maybe a 6, yeah, 6 out of 10 because it was an entertaining story and it was funny. No, not funny, fun. It was fun, like not ha 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 fun, but just sort of entertaining fun. So even though some of the scenes were quite unnecessary and some of the characters were quite unnecessary, and it was still a good story. So yeah, and then the last one, the Satanic Mill. This is amazing. Basically, there's some slaves and they're working to create energy because of the 11. He's not in the other stories. Well, he's in the 11 and Satanic Mill. He's trying to make this. He's trying to basically destroy the Earth before like modern times. So he's trying to destroy the Earth in like the 1600s, like before the Industrial Revolution stuff, because he wants to like, because a lot of the Doctor's companions are from that era, so he wants to like rewrite the Doctor's timeline. That's a brilliant plot, and he uses slaves, like cloned slaves, artificial people. There's this guy called Pain, and he's like an artificial guy, so he's like a slave, and they're only supposed to live one day because they are slaves. They are supposed to work in one day, and then they're supposed to die of, well, being really tired, I suppose. That's a brilliant plot, really enjoyable story. Such an amazing plot. I don't actually have any negatives. No, I don't actually have any negatives. Yeah, okay, I have one actually, thinking about it. Helen is just there to be there. Really, Helen is so unnecessary, but that's like the only negative I have. So a really good story. I prefer the Red Lady, but it is still a really good story, so I'm gonna rate it a 9 out of 10. The Red Lady is a tiny bit better, so I might rate that a 9.1, just to like, yeah. So Doom Coalition, overall I really like Doom Coalition. It's a great box set. Great, great, great. I would really recommend it. Really, really recommend it. I would rate the box set a 8, I think. Yeah, an 8. So it is a really good box set, so I would definitely recommend it. You don't have to listen to Dark Eyes before listening to this, and yes, it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, so that's nice. I like the fact that it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. Even though I'm not too excited for the next Doom Coalition because River Song is going to be in it. I don't like that idea, but this one, great box set. I would definitely recommend it. It's good to start off your Big Finish collection. Yeah, so that's it for me, everyone, and have a nice day, and bye!